Hi and welcome back. Today's painting is another game-related piece. It's based on this screenshot of Kena, Bridge of Spirits. The game is named after the main character, Kena, who is a spirit guide, and her task is to help corrupted spirits move on to the spirit world. You basically get to experience 3 stories of spirits who were corrupted within this game, and you also cleanse a bunch of the environment of corruption. It's a very beautiful game with a distinctively Japanese aesthetic. At the same time, it's a relatively challenging game, and to be honest, I found some of the mechanics relatively clunky. While the gameplay wasn't really my cup of tea, I really enjoyed the main story, and there were some scenes that were really striking. The one that I'm painting here really stuck out to me in particular. I'm painting this in my Etchr Lab Sketchbook. This is hot pressed paper and very smooth. The colors that I'm using here are mostly Horizon Blue, Phthalo Blue, and my Jello Blue, which is a bit purple. And for most of the shadows, I used indigo. The pencil sketch went very fast because it was relatively easy to break the subject down into its shapes, but then it felt like I got stuck in the ugly phase of this painting. It only really started to come together once I added the shadows, but the painting part took around 4.5 hours, so it took quite some time to get there. In between, I had to step away from this painting and tell myself that every other painting I've done on this paper turned out well, and so will this one. I just need to keep going. I haven't uploaded in a few weeks because I was struggling to finish this painting, but at the same time I told myself I really need to get this done before I move on to other projects. And in the end it did turn out well. I just had to persevere and trust in the process. I also swapped brushes from my silver Black Valvet to my Princeton Aqua Elite brushes, which allow for a bit of better control over the amount of water that I'm using, at least for me as a not really very experienced watercolor artist. What I like about the subject is that the mask looks like it's made out of tree bark, and there's a surprising amount of details and different color shifts in here. But it took quite a long time to add all of these details, and there was a bit of negative painting involved as well, which I'm relatively bad at. To be honest, with the amount of time and detail that has gone into this, I think this actually goes beyond the scope of a regular sketchbook. I probably should have painted this on a separate piece of paper, but at the same time I've gotten very used to this sketchbook and in particular this size. I find it very comfortable to work on. It's just slightly smaller than A4, and I'm finding it a bit easier to finish paintings on this size. But I noticed that this went beyond my sweet spot for where I can easily finish a painting. I think my sweet spot for paintings is around the 2-hour mark just for the painting part. This one just took a lot longer and I kind of got burned out in between. I'm wondering if any of you have a similar time limit basically, and how you handle pushing through the ugly phase of a painting. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I think that's all I have to say, so I'll just put some music on now. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.
Only